Hello, friends, and welcome back to Speaking from the Heart. This is where we reflect on life, faith, and the very moments that help us grow closer to God and to one another. And today we're leaning into a theme that touches every generation, every culture, and every corner of the world: the real meaning of Christmas. Many Christian communities are celebrating Advent in preparation for Christmas. And so I'm presenting this as a precursor to Christmas as well. You and I know that the Christmas season can feel complicated. It is a joyful season, yes, but can also feel busy, stressful, or even lonely. The lights shine bright, but not everyone feels bright inside. And that's exactly why we're returning to the heart of Christmas and the heart of Christmas that matters. Because Christmas isn't a season of perfection. It's a season of presence. It is God's presence entering a human life, and our presence offered to one another. When we talk about the real meaning of Christmas, we're not talking about nostalgia or idealized scenes. We're talking about something deeply grounded in the gospel. In Luke's gospel, the angel brings a message to the shepherds. Do not be afraid, for behold, I bring you good news of great joy, which shall be for all people. Now, those words, do not be afraid, are as relevant today as they were 2,000 years ago. Because fear is still with us. Loneliness is still with us. And divisions still divide us. But so is the good news. Christmas is fundamentally about God stepping into our world, not from a distance, not from a throne above, but in humility as a child. A child born among the poor, in a place where no one expected anything miraculous to happen. And that alone is a reminder that God's grace enters our lives in places we least expect. The quiet corners, the hidden struggles, and the ordinary days that we live on a day-to-day basis. In John's Gospel, we hear, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Now, this is the Christmas message. Light still shines. Darkness does not win, and hope is never lost. Whether someone is Christian or spiritual or simply curious about the season, the meaning of Christmas carries universal truth. Hope is stronger than despair. Light is stronger than darkness. Love, and authentic love, changes the world. Humility opens doors that power never will. And generosity heals both the giver and the receiver. Now, these ideas don't belong to one culture or one people. They are gifts intended for the entire human family. And that brings us to a genuine human truth. Christmas is not just a celebration of something that happened. It's a celebration of something that continues to happen. Every time we express love over indifference. I'd like to share 3 simple stories that show what the Christmas spirit looks like today. They may not make the headlines, but they do something better. They change hearts. The first story is about a grocery line blessing. Now, an elderly woman stood in line at the checkout with a cart full of groceries. She carefully looked into her purse and noticed she was short of cash. And behind her, a man also noticed that she was confused. And quietly, without fanfare, he leaned in and said to the cashier, "Please put the total on my bill." And she turned and stunned and asked, "Why would you do that?" And he simply said, "Because someone once did the same for me." And that's Christmas. Unannounced kindness, no spotlight, grace given without fanfare. The second story is about the empty chair. During Christmas dinner, a family left one chair empty, not for symbolism, but because a neighbor who usually visited had passed away earlier that fall. They kept the chair as a reminder to love the people that God placed in their lives, while they still could. Now, halfway through the meal, there was a knock at the door. It was the neighbor's adult son, stopping by to thank them for caring for his mother. They invited him in, and he sat in the empty chair. And together they shared stories, tears, and laughter. That's Christmas. Sorrow meets compassion, and together they find healing. And the third story is about the quiet gift. A young single mother said that her most meaningful Christmas moment wasn't a wrapped present. It was when her child hugged her and said, "Mummy, you make everything feel safe." That's Christmas. Love made real through presence and not perfection. Now, Christmas is more than remembrance. It's an invitation towards transformation, toward becoming people who carry the message of the gospel into the places where it is needed most. The birth of Christ calls us to slow down and pay attention. The shepherds were simply doing their daily work when the angels appeared. God often speaks right in the middle of our routines, if we are listening. Welcome the unexpected. You know, Mary and Joseph's story reminds us that God's plans can surprise us, and that blessings often grows from unexpected beginnings. And practice radical love. Jesus is God's love made visible. Not selective love, not convenient love, but radical, courageous, and inclusive love. Make peace even when it's hard. The Christmas message is peace on earth, peace in families, peace in communities, and peace in our own hearts. And today, boy, do we need peace. Cherish presence over presence. The greatest lives of our time, attention, compassion, and connection. If Christmas is only one day, we miss its power. If Christmas is only decorations, we miss its depth. And if Christmas is only a ritual and tradition, we miss its transformation. But if Christmas becomes a way of seeing, a way of loving, a way of forgiving, a way of living, then it changes everything. So let me ask you, where do you see and where do you need light right now? And where can you be light for someone else? And who needs your forgiveness, your kindness, and your listening ear? And what small act can you offer that echoes the humility of Bethlehem? This is where Christmas becomes real. This is where the gospel becomes alive. And as we move toward the close of this episode, I want to share a blessing with you, a blessing for Christmas and for the coming new year. May the light of Christ warm your home, soften your hurts, and guide your steps. May peace Settle into the places of your life that feel unsettled. May joy surprise you in the ordinary moments. May love take deeper root in your relationships. And may you remember that you are never alone. God walks with you in every season. And may the year ahead be one of renewed hope, restored strength, fortified peace, and wholehearted living. Now, thank you for being here this past year, for listening, for growing, and for seeking a deeper, more grounded, and a more fruitful life. And remember, I won't host a podcast until January 5th, 2026, when we'll start a new integrated series combining speaking from the heart, coaching talks, and affiliate marketing secrets, and maybe even more. Until then, from my heart to yours, Merry Christmas, and may God bless you richly in the coming year. I'm Richard Fontenay, signing off for now. See you in the new year. Bye now.